Welcome everyone to Whispers of Murder, the murder mystery podcast. My name is Rusby, and today's episode we're going to talk about the Black Dahlia. So, on January 15, 1947, Elizabeth Short, also known as the Black Dahlia, was found dead in Leimert Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. So, this case caused a huge impact around the country because of the gruesome nature of the crime. It was terrific, honestly. So when there was this lady, she was walking around the neighborhood with her daughter. They see a body from far away and they think it's a mannequin that was broken. But when they get close to it, they see it's Elizabeth. She was cut in half. Her face was cut. She had like cuts next to her mouth, making it seem like a bigger smile. Elizabeth Short, she was only 22 years old when she was murdered, and she was aspiring to be an actress. Although a lot of people they say that she never acted. She was just aspiring to be an actress. So what led her to California? It was her father, because when she was young, her and her family they thought that he was dead. He lied about being dead because they found his car close to a river, but he wasn't there, so they assumed he was dead. However, years later, like around 1942, Elizabeth's mom, she received a letter from her dad asking for forgiveness because he lied about being dead. He told her that he started a new life in California, so Elizabeth went to live with his dad. But she moved out a little bit later. Then she came back, and the last 6 months she was in California working as a waitress. Before she got killed, she was there as a waitress. She was known around the club. Before she died, a lot of people are saying that she spent a lot of time with this guy. His name was Robert Manley, and he was the last person that she was seen with because he's the guy that dropped her off at the Biltmore Hotel, where that was the last place she was seen alive. And this guy, Robert Manley, they investigated him, but nothing made sense with him. He was not the murderer. So then they contact Ann Thought, and that was her roommate, where she was living in this guy's house. His name is Mark. And tells the investigators that this guy Mark, he was obsessed with Elizabeth. They had a relationship. However, he was possessive, he was controlling. She didn't say anything about it being like a healthy relationship and stuff like that. Around November, they had a discussion that made Elizabeth leave the house where the three of them were living. That ended the relationship she had with Mark. However, the day before she was murdered, she calls Mark, and I don't know what they talked before because Anne didn't say a lot about the conversation that they had, but what he tells Elizabeth is that she is welcome to stay with them anytime and that she was going to visit Anne. However, she never got there, and the day after that, her murder happened, so it was sad for Anne. So the days after the murder, a lot of letters from the person that killed her arrived to the police department where they were investigating the case, and they started getting a lot of stuff from her purse, her personal belongings and stuff like that. And this leaves them with the question that why would the killer try to, expose himself like that? Is really weird. After a lot of investigation, they can never get to the murder. They don't know. That's the reason why this case is so famous, because they never found out who did it. And the way they found the body, it shows that this person knew a lot about medical stuff. It's terrible, honestly. So I'm here with Bebet. She's a special guest. in our podcast. So, Bede, tell me your opinion on this case. What do you think about this?
It's really unfortunate that she was a young woman when she passed away, and she had a whole life ahead of her. She was an aspiring actress, performer, and she didn't get the chance to live that out. And the politics at this time were chaotic and created generational depression worldwide. And so these acts against humans occurring globally was unfortunately normalized, or not even normalized, it was just unsurprising at the time. With such a conservative, quiet, and introspective society, it would be difficult for the truth to come to light.
That was it for today, guys. Sadly, this case has not been solved. But thank you for tuning in.